The Holdovers by Alexander Payne is a film that has a factor of nostalgia for the 70s. Some people say that films like The Holdovers are not done anymore. Simple but meaningful. The themes that the movie treats are loneliness, depression, and grief, maximized with a holiday that is considered warm and supposed to be with others, such as Christmas. We see the problems of people that are not at their best in their personal lives, but somehow manage to connect with other people by getting isolated in the high school building Barton Academy. The three characters of this story, without major spoilers, are Angus Tully, played by Dominic Sessa, a teenager with a mother trying to move on and trying to numb the pain at any cost, including seeing his son, because he reminds her of a past life where her ex-husband got dementia and schizophrenia, another type of isolation and loneliness, with all the problems and pain expanding to his son Angus, in form of depression due to all the grief and shitty stuff that his mom is doing, such as keeping him in school during winter vacations, maybe being an allegory on how she keeps her ex-husband in a psych ward, reflecting her inability to confront emotional and familial challenges head-on. Additionally, Angus lives with the constant fear of being sent to yet another institution, given his record of expulsions, which exacerbates his feelings of insecurity and rejection. Despite his rebellious demeanor, a defense mechanism to mask his inner turmoil, Angus reveals himself to be an incredibly intelligent young man, brimming with untapped potential that only needs the right environment to thrive. His ability to connect with others and his relentless struggle to carve out his identity in a world that seems to have let him down make him a deeply human and layered character. He embodies both vulnerability and resilience, showcasing a complex emotional journey that resonates on many levels. As the film progresses, Angus undergoes significant growth. His relationship with Mr. Paul Giamatti, a strict yet compassionate teacher, plays a pivotal role in his transformation. Initially, Angus resists Giamatti's authority, projecting his anger and frustration onto him. However, through shared experiences and unexpected moments of connection, Angus begins to see Giamatti not as an adversary, but as a mentor and a flawed yet caring individual. This shift allows Angus to confront his own pain and insecurities, gradually shedding his defensive bravado. By the end of the film, Angus shows a newfound sense of self-awareness and maturity. He begins to channel his intelligence and rebellious energy into more constructive paths, finding hope and purpose amidst the chaos of his circumstances. His development highlights themes of redemption, the power of human connection, and the resilience of the human spirit, making his arc one of the most compelling aspects of the story. Paul Giamatti played Paul Giamatti. Paul Giamatti is a strict, no-nonsense teacher at a prestigious boarding school attended predominantly by wealthy students. At the start of the film, Paul presents himself as someone who prefers solitude, a claim that gradually unravels as the plot progresses. His insistence on being alone is revealed to be a defense mechanism, masking insecurities stemming from deeply ingrained personal and professional scars. These include his physical ailments, such as the chronic fish smell, and his distinctive eye condition, which have made him a subject of ridicule and isolation. The film makes it clear that Paul is not well-liked, even among his peers. This is powerfully conveyed in an early scene where he sits down to an empty plate and chair at a dinner table, while a fellow teacher gossips about him behind his back. This same teacher was initially supposed to supervise the holdovers during winter break, but conveniently passed the responsibility to Paul, underscoring his alienation within the faculty. Paul's disdain for his students stems from his perception of their privileged, entitled attitudes, shaped by their upper-class status. He believes they lack appreciation for the harsh realities of life, encapsulated in his cynical philosophy. For most people, life is like a henhouse ladder, shitty and short. This bitterness is rooted in a traumatic episode from his past when a wealthy classmate plagiarized Paul's thesis and successfully accused Paul of cheating. This event not only derailed Paul's academic aspirations, but also exposed the corruption and favoritism inherent in the system, forcing him onto a path of reluctant teaching. As the film progresses, Paul's rigid demeanor and guarded persona begin to soften, especially through his interactions with Angus Tully, a rebellious yet intelligent student. Initially, Paul views Angus with the same disdain he holds for other students, but their shared experiences during the holdover period lead to mutual understanding and respect. Through Angus, Paul confronts his own vulnerabilities and learns to let down his defenses, revealing a compassionate and deeply empathetic side. By the end of the film, Paul undergoes significant growth. He begins to shed his bitterness, recognizing the value of connection and the potential for redemption, both for himself and others. His journey highlights themes of forgiveness, personal healing, and the transformative power of human relationships. Paul's arc not only provides emotional depth, but also serves as a commentary on the complexities of the academic world and the enduring impact of class and privilege. Mary Lamb, played by Davine Joy Randolph. Mary Lamb is a school chef whose story is deeply intertwined with the themes of grief, resilience, and community. She is a grieving mother who lost her son, a young man sent to a military academy in search of better academic opportunities, who ultimately died in the Vietnam War. Her sorrow is compounded by her position as a working-class black woman in an elite institution dominated by privileged white boys, a contrast that underscores her strength and perseverance. Despite having the chance to visit her sister during the winter break, Mary chooses to stay at the school, drawn to the memories of her son that linger in its halls. This decision reveals her complex relationship with grief. The school serves as both a source of pain and a sanctuary where she feels closer to her lost child. Her resilience is remarkable, as she continues to show kindness and support to others, even while carrying the weight of her own suffering. Mary's backstory is layered with additional tragedy, having previously lost her husband in a work-related accident. These compounded losses have shaped her into a character who embodies the mantra that crying doesn't mean weakness. She grieves openly, yet remains a pillar of emotional strength for those around her. Throughout the film, Mary serves as a key figure in fostering connection and healing. Her role transcends that of a school chef. She becomes a counselor and confidant to both Mr. Hunnam and Angus Tully. Her wisdom and empathy create a sense of fellowship among the trio, bridging their differences and helping them confront their individual struggles. Mary's character represents resilience in the face of profound loss and the power of compassion in building community. She demonstrates that even amidst grief, it's possible to find strength and purpose. By the end of the film, her influence is instrumental in shaping the emotional growth of both Angus and Mr. Hunnam, showing that shared pain can lead to profound understanding and connection. The heart of The Holdovers lies in the intricate and deeply human connections between its three central characters: Angus Tully, Paul Hunnam, and Mary Lamb. Each grapples with their own burdens, be it abandonment, insecurity, or grief. Yet their shared time during the winter break becomes a transformative journey of healing and self-discovery. Angus learns to face his pain and recognize his potential. Paul confronts his bitterness and insecurities to rediscover the value of connection. And Mary exemplifies resilience, guiding the others while finding solace in her own grief. Together, they form an unlikely but deeply impactful fellowship, breaking through their emotional walls to create a space of mutual understanding and growth. The film ultimately reminds us that no matter how isolated we feel in our struggles, connection and empathy have the power to heal. Through its poignant storytelling and richly developed characters, The Holdovers offers a moving exploration of loss, redemption, and the enduring strength of the human spirit.
Crying never did nobody no good, no how. That's why I don't cry. That's why